Guy, Alex, thank you for joining me today on Press Day for Spy Among Friends, premiering MGM Plus March 12th. Exciting times. We're waiting a while for this. A lot of reviews have been coming out for this show.
It's great to
Thanks,
meet you.
Elias. Great. Yeah, good to meet you.
So I had the opportunity to watch the first two episodes last night. I love it, man. It's suspense, thriller, action. What are you hoping for when the viewers tune in?
Well, all of that, I think. I think all of that stuff is great, exciting stuff to sort of, to be able to latch onto. But ultimately, it's a very personal story as well that I think people will relate to because it looks at the nature of friendship and the strengths and the weaknesses of that. So I think there's probably a lot that people will be able to. It's probably a lot more of an intimate story on personal kind of level than perhaps what other spy stories have exhibited. So I think people are really, the response so far has been pretty good, and I think it's because it does feel emotional. It feels personal, as I say.
What's your thoughts, Alex, on this?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think that people, I would like it if people watch this and are surprised by how engaged they became in a very intimate story that they probably weren't expecting. It's not when people a lot of the descriptions of this as a spy thriller. I've never thought of it as a spy thriller. I've thought of it as an examination of a friendship. But if we can come away with both and get away with it without one stepping on the other, then I'll be very happy.
It's a pretty potent word, spy, isn't it? As soon as you hear the word spy, it triggers all sorts of stuff, really. So hopefully people are very pleasantly surprised. I think they will be.
Alex, this question's for you. The series, the mini-series is based off a book. How much did you pull out of the book? How much input did you put on your own in this?
I pulled out a fair amount of the book, predominantly the stuff between Elliott and Philby. But I also imagined some other stuff. I wanted to find another lens through which to tell the story, or through which to view this friendship and these people and the world they live in. And so Lily Thomas is a fictional character, but based on a number of characters who were sort of orbiting this story and this investigation at the time. And then the other thing that I invented, because I wanted to tell a truth about how much Philby had conned the CIA, and that blood was actually let, that blood was spilt through his treachery. So I boiled that down to a fictional story about Angleton falling, which he did, and Angleton falling for the con, but we don't know exactly what the CIA involvement was in Russia. But so I imagine that. So yes, I've taken some liberties with history to bring this friendship and the results of this friendship, or the consequences of this friendship, into sharper relief.
Guy, last question. Connecting with this character, Philbin, how was it?
Sorry, say that again.
How was it connecting with this character?
Oh, it was amazing. It really was amazing. I mean, he's a very complex and complicated man, and I think on some level also very straightforward and quite simple. So there were nice simple beliefs to sort of hang one's hat on, but at the same time, the way in which he then operated through his life, I think, became and was quite complex. So really interesting journey. I did rely on the others a lot to make sure I was sort of always in the right ballpark. But really, I mean, the writing was so delightful. He's very articulate, Philby. So there was some wonderful speeches to express, and a really lovely, charming sort of quality about him. So really delightful to play. Yeah,
it's great. I want to thank you for giving a few minutes today. March 12th, MGM Plus. Thank you again.